What's different about this group this year? I mean, obviously you lose Tommy, kind of your partner in crime from a year ago, but how do you bring up these other guys to get to that level? Antoine, Teron, Jaron.
I feel like they've all been at that level. We just competed, and I think now is their time, and um, they're great athletes. You know, we've all been in the room around different guys the same years, and so they're gonna do great. You know, they've been prepared and they're more than ready.
Ryan Day was talking yesterday about just how physical Saturday was for you guys as a scrimmage. Is that something that has to be intentional? I mean, you guys have to go out there, and you being especially one of the leaders on the defense, looking for vocal leaders.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have to go out there and urge that, or are these guys kind of ready to get hit?
Oh yeah, no, they're ready every day. They bring it every day, and they work really hard. Being physical is not something that you have to demand out of these guys.
How do you guys, Haskell, as a group with guys like Jack and JT, how do you set the expectation for them? I mean, obviously, you know what it was like coming in here being a highly ranked kid, highly ranked player. Do you have to be an active participant in readjusting their expectations of what football is?
Just basically have to remind them, you're not the only, 5-star on the team. You know, when you're in high school, you're the top dog, whereas you have multiple top dogs here, and everybody's good. So it's just, getting them equated to the room and just mentoring them and showing them the way.
You and Teron still working together at 3 Tech right now, or are you guys splitting time at? Are you both doing nose a little bit, or where are you guys doing right now?
I'm just being very versatile. Everybody's working everything and just being able to play all positions. So just, yeah.
Is that anything new to you?
No,
Like, are you comfortable doing whatever? I mean,
I'm comfortable in just doing what is needed of me and how I can contribute to the D-line and the defense ultimately.
what's the difference between the two positions? If when you're floating around, what's the difference there for you?
Just space. That's all it is. Got more space at 3 Tech, and then at nose guards, tight space. That's all.
Asking if the changes they're making to the offensive line, moving guys to tackle the guard outside, how much is that helping you guys on the defensive side of the ball get better facing probably the best guys in the country?
It's awesome. There's a lot of guys at different schools that are taller and longer, and moving guys who play tackle, who have long arms, allows us to just get used to that and get prepared for teams that we're ultimately going to face.
What kind of guard is Fair Munford?
There is an aggressive guard. He is, I know it's different from him, but Versatility was saying iron sharpens iron, so we're all getting better all around.
I'm guessing this is probably your first time going against him. Like,
On the inside, it is
Yeah.
going against him.
so how's he holding up?
He's doing really well. He's doing great. There is definitely he's a very athletic, talented person. So whatever, just the same way with me, whatever needs to be done, he's willing to do it.
Is that typical of this program? Is it typical of the seniors?
Mm-hmm.
Where's that come from?
It comes from the Brotherhood. We all just want to do what's best for each other and contribute in the best way that we can. So whatever we're told to do, or if a spot needs to be filled, we're more than capable as athletes to do that.
How long does that take to embrace that? Does it start day one? I mean, you probably think it would, but you come in with you thinking you're going to be doing one thing, they ask you to do something else. When does that start? Like, how do you accept
It's
it?
just really accepting that you got to be a student of the game. It's really like you got to buy in. And once you buy in, the sky's the limit. How's it going?
Good. First of all, how's camp gone? I'm sure it's nice to have a normal camp, right?
Mm-hmm. No, it's great to have a normal camp, be around the guys, and kind of be pandemic stress-free.
Right. Tell me your expectations for yourself this year.
Mm-hmm.
You could have obviously gone pro, but you did that for a reason.
I really came back for the Brotherhood. I felt like there was more I could do as a leader, and I didn't want to leave the guys yet. There's a lot of just talks about when you go to the league, it's a business, which I know it is, but Ohio State is special, and I didn't want to leave yet.
What's your relationship with JT? Do you have a good relationship? Like a family relationship?
It's a Polynesian thing. Very, very tight knit group. It's just not too many of us. So wherever there's another Polynesian, you just get automatically, that's just family to you.
What's your impression of him so far?
Oh, he's great. He's a student of the game. He kind of reminds me of me when I was a freshman, just trying to soak up everything and just learn. He's just a real good student of the game and just wants to be the best person he can be on and off the field.
What do you think he and Jack could do either this year or eventually?
I think they're going to be great. They're going to be awesome in the years coming up. And yeah.
In terms of your game, what did you want to improve on? What are the aspects of your game that you wanted to show you improve?
Just my conditioning, my motor. I feel like I didn't really get to showcase that last year with only really 8 games. So I just really wanted to, this year I'm focusing on being able to run around the field and showcase that.
Larry says that you've been doing some nose tackle and free tech. Just kind of curious, what's it like cross-training at those 2 positions? What are the things you have to learn to be able to play nose?
It's just really space. That's all it really is. It's a tighter space. I take the same aspects that I've learned at 3 tech and I apply them to nose guard. It's just you got to work on your first step, and that's pretty much it.
Are there things you have to, be able to do differently to be able to excel at that position the same way you did at 3 tech?
I feel like, for me personally, I've gone back and asked players before me, like the Devon Hamiltons, the B.B. Landers, and those guys who played that position and excelled at that position, and really just taking all the information that what I see on the film and their word advice, just really applying it to my game.
That potential of you and Tehran being on the field together, what do you think you 2 can do as a unit when you're on the field together?
I think it'll be very special. I think that every year has a different year. Last year it was me and Tommy, and now you don't know who's going to be the next duo. So just really feeding off of each other.
What would be your take on a couple of the other inside guys, Antoine and also Tehran?
Yeah.
Healthy for the first time.
All the guys are great. Ty, Jaden McKenzie, Tehran, of course, Jerron, Antoine. They're all really coming together, and we're just really getting after it. And I feel like it's a really strong interior group.
I mean, you guys have I think, had a great defensive line for decades now. The question about whether you have any votes or Chase Young, one of those kind of generational talents. How good do you think this defensive line can be as a unit?
I think the sky's the limit. We have a lot of talent in our room, a lot of depth, and I feel that guys that like Zach Harrison, Tyreek Smith, Javonte, Jack Sawyer, Darion Henry, JT, it's going to be special. And, there's no defensive line room I'd want to be in.
Obviously, the pass defense didn't go quite the way you guys wanted to last year. How much do you feel like there's a responsibility for you guys, the defensive line, to generate pressure and kind of set the tone for defensive improvement?
I feel like it's very important. I really harp on the fact that the D-line is the heart of the defense, and that we set the tone for every game, and the guys understand that, and they're really excited about the season.
Ryan Day said he slept well after the scrimmage because he saw the physicality that he wanted. How'd you sleep after the scrimmage?
I slept great. It's just there's just flashes of what is to come for the season, and I'm excited about it.
Who flashed? What'd you see?
Everybody, Ty Hamilton, Darion, all the young guys got a lot of reps and ultimately showcased what they're about and what they can do, and it was all positive.
You said you guys, you and Tehran are going back and forth. Is that the case for like Ty Hamilton and other guys, or are they at one spot?
Everybody's pretty much versatile. Everybody's been going back and forth so that you're not only playing one position, and you understand, you might need to play a different position when one guy goes down. Like Coach J's philosophy, man goes down, next man up. So you just have to be ready at all times when the number's called.
How different is it when you go to nose versus 3 tenths? Like, how big of a switch is that? What's like kind of playing both?
It's just really space. It's really all it is, and you can really apply what you do at 3 tech to nose guard. It's just all it is just tighter spacing.
Larry said you played some nose earlier a little bit.
Yeah.
Did that help at all for you?
Yeah, I feel that understanding the two positions and being in that position before has allowed me to really excel.
How do you think it helps you guys if you play more nose this year?
I feel that a lot of offenses will dictate their offense off of me, and I feel that it'll free up a lot of guys, me being able to move around on the D-line.
What have you seen from the two freshmen, Mike Hall and Tyleek Williams?
Mike Hall and Tyleek?
Yeah.
Oh, they're doing really well. You know, Mike Hall has brute strength, and Tyleek is really strong too. So they're soaking up everything, and they're doing really well in camp.
Do you think they'll be on the field this year?
Most definitely.
Hey, Haskell, can I just get one more?
Yeah, one more.
I'm not. You guys were really, really high on Ty Hamilton all last offseason and some of the things he was doing, given the situations. Have you seen him kind of build on that throughout this offseason?
Most definitely. You know, with his strength and conditioning, working with Coach Mick in the summer, from what I've seen, he's really made a push definitely in camp.